Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are continuing on with Black Myth Wukong for an earlier Friday stream, just to kind of wrap up a little bit about what we were doing here earlier. Um, we have made it to the New West, Chapter 3. We explored the starting area for a little bit, found a kick ass dragon boss, which led us down to the bottom of this pagoda realm, which was a nightmare of constantly sapping our health. But we've made it out of the part where we sap our health, and this hand is now leading us inside the structure. But before we go in there, I do want to see if we can get over there a bit. I'm also curious, I might warp back down to the bottom of the pagoda to see if the purple locks are gone now that we killed the boss of that area. Because it could be worth checking out. But first, because I don't want to get too backlogged, we're going to quickly lore through just a few things to clear them out. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, and then we're going to get on with the game. And it looks like we have a new spirit. The Fungi Man. Or Fungi Man. We have 2 new curios. Moderately increases chill resistance. In chilled state, moderately increases critical hit chance. Interesting. Oh, a third one. Tiger Tally. Upon a successful hits with light combo attack, moderately increases attack for a short duration. And Fine China Tea-Bowl. Oh, Fine China Tea-Bowl is what I'm currently looking at. Moderately increases stamina recovery rate. Walnuts, ginkgos, tea for friends to savor. Grapes, coconut wine for joyful flavor. And with our journals, we're now at 39 of 49 lesser Yaoguais and 14 of 25 Yaoguai chiefs. We may as well hit the chief first because that would be the boss that we got. Yep, Captain Lotus Vision. All things are by nature void. There is no wax or wane. For pride and arrogance, your golden form is shattered. From the rift shines Buddha's light, majestic and boundless, with the glaring rays flashing, startling, breaking. You forget the teachings and fall into the false. You are alone, isolated, crippled, dancing, prancing like a deity or ghost no less. Here the wise go mad, the brave turn bad, the kind face duress. Tainted by worldly dust, your practice is a mess. May your body enlighten the world and quell your proud and overbearing merging light and darkness. Right. Alright, and then let's see. We have some lesser Yaoguais. The Cyan Bat was the last one we did. Oh, Blade Monk. Good thing we scrolled up. A foolish monk hears a wise voice divine, beheading seen as practice, and evil so refined. Crooked paths lead to ever-twisted ways. The wicked blade awakens, yet the mind still strays. The Yakshas who sought refuge in the New West were mostly unwilling to sever their old grudges, and thus served as lay disciples at the temple. Some Yakshas, however, aspired to attain enlightenment and shaved their hair to become inner disciples. They had promised their master to sever 1,000 heads to prove their resolve. Yellowbrow was pleased and bestowed upon them special blades, calling them blade monks, and allowing them to practice in the pagoda realm. If they truly managed to behead 1,000 foes, they could become arhats in the main hall. Initially, the Blade Monks thought this task would be easy, as the pagoda realm was filled with newcomers on the path of enlightenment. However, the path grew more challenging as they found the remaining inhabitants of the pagoda realm to all be formidable adversaries, the agile and elusive starved abominations whom they couldn't catch. the long-lamented Lantern Wardens, whom they dared not provoke. Yeah, those things are annoying as hell. The temperamental enslaved Yakshas, whose cruel vengeance they feared, and even the weakest Yaksha archers, who had become mad and terrifying after practicing the closed-eye meditation technique. Seeing that the red-haired Yakshas often sat quietly alone, appearing very docile, they decided to target them. Although the red-haired Yakshas believed all things deserved to live, he harbored a deep hatred for those who beheaded others due to the war that destroyed their nation and their own fate. Thus he showed no mercy and promptly beheaded the Blade Monks who attempted to do so. After this lesson, the Blade Monks became subdued but remained resentful. They often hid in corners, ambushing passers-by, to add to their account of beheading through their treacherous means. Yeah, they were sneaky, but they weren't that bad. Yeah, those are all the ones we passed up top, so Frozen Corpse is next. Wisdom's lamp lights seasons span. Time flows like water through our hands. Snow and wind obscure the way. Achievements drift like bubbles grand. The temple rules state new monks entering the temple may receive a new kasaya. One day, Master Non-Void joyfully welcomed the new disciples and personally led them to the storeroom to fetch a kasaya. The young disciple found that the kasaya was made of a single-layer cloth, hardly adequate for the snowy mountains. He asked, "Master, this thin kasaya seems suitable for summer. Could I exchange it for a woolen one?" Non-Void shook his own kasaya and said, "The one I wear is the same as the one in your hands, only more ornate. With the Buddha's wisdom in your heart, you shall fear the cold no more." The young disciple stood doubtful. "Master, I saw many seniors frozen to death on the roadside." Non-Void kindly replied, "Their understanding was shallow and minds unsteady, yet you were different. I can see that you have the potential to comprehend the Buddha's wisdom." The young disciple, feeling proud, happily followed his master back with the kasaya. Not long after, another frozen corpse appeared outside the temple gate. As Non-Void led his new disciple past it, the young disciple asked, "Master, did these seniors all freeze to death?" Non-Void continued walking slowly and said, "Fear not, my disciple. They lacked piety and wisdom, but you are different." Yaksha Patroller, Yaksha Archer. We can continue these a little bit later. But those all seem like the enemies we were fighting down in the bottom of the Pagoda Realm. Okay, so there is a path around to the side. And that sneaky Yaksha, who got his due. Nope, that's nothing. This could be something. Oh, hi! Birdman, is that a guitar? No, it's a fan. Bye. Okay, so that was considered a lesser Yao Guai. Oh! Well, we're not getting back up from that way. This is another jail cell that we did not have access to before. Did I just see a prompt? No? Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, there's a chest here. More refined iron sand. Oh, because we're back down in this realm. We get the fun of having our health cut in half. Baby's on fire. I don't know why, but that's what pops into my head with this drum beat. Baby's on fire. Whoa, hi! Oh, that is not ready. Don't kill me. There we go. He was being a sneaky little bint. Okay. Confused. I thought this was a dead end. Oh, thank God. Oh, we're back here again. Okay, so this just dropped us back down to, like, the topmost floor of the, There was a chest that I forgot to open, though. Or wait, no, I didn't forget to open it. I just opened it. But we were able to get that, which is good. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a... I'm glad I found this. I'm glad I dropped down here. Very good. That's another upgrade to our coconut flask, I believe. Yep. An awakened wine worm. Very glad I came back down here. And that's it for that. So where do we get back up again? Because yeah, there's the hand. Oh, this can be opened.
Itch. I have this itch on my face.
Who are you?
Need a scratch.
Can't talk with you, can we? Nope. What you get for wielding such a heavy weapon. I think this this means we can open all the doors now. So I might just jump back down to the bottom area when I get back to a shrine that I can warp from. Ow. There's the way up. Baby's on fire. Uh-oh. Oh, well, then, in that case, oh, you were so lucky you missed that second hit. Not too lucky, though. Well, let's keep on going. Looks like our health issues have passed. Yeah, that will take us back up. So we know where we're going. Oh. There's a lot about this place I do not like. But it's all down here, thankfully. And, oh, right. We're gonna bypass that. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Still need to figure out exactly. Ow! What the? Dude. Still need to figure out exactly how you increase your mana. I have to go back that way. Great. All of that is fine by me. Oh, there we go. See through your ass. See through you for days. Yes! Okay, yeah, all the doors are unlocked. So it was worth coming back down here. Yep. Cool. Ugh. I actually didn't mean to drop down that way. Just want to deal with this guy quickly. It's good to deal with them quickly. Alright, this is the way down to this level. I have the range for it. Okay. So, what else can we open up down here? Because I believe we're back on the ground floor now. Oh wait, no, we're on the second floor. And there's a stupid cyan bat that's gonna... There you are. Silly pig bats. Yeah, I don't want to drop down that way. Because the way I want to do this is I want to just get everything going down that was locked. I don't have to backtrack back up anywhere and can just quick warp from the shrine down at the bottom back up to the top. Oh wait, we don't need to go this way. Ooh. Okay. Whoa! What the? Oh, wow. You followed me far. Still alive, huh? Jesus. Those guys are pretty nuts. All right. Oh, here we go again. With the hell having of my health. Oh, I'm out of stamina. I do like how I basically can sneak attack with that. No! Fucking bats. Oh well. This is actually a bit of a shortcut. A less damaging shortcut if I remember to actually hit the awning of that pagoda this time. I think this puts us exactly where we... Yep. Take that, you jerk. Ooh, that spirit we were looking at earlier. Oh, you're the spirit of dude that had the oversized weapon that we killed up on the 4th floor. Excuse me. If you're gonna try and gank me right now, the way that I want to do this, I will just gank you right back. Thank you. Enslaved Yaksha. Ahoy, Mr. Drew. Happy midday streaming indeed. We are going back down the pagoda because, indeed, killing that non-void boss last night unlocked all of those purple sealed doors. So we've already found a flask upgrade. We found 2 new spirits. And we're almost back down to the 1st floor. And those guards, whenever they appear, no matter where they are, still temporarily sap your entire health bar. It's annoying. Thankfully, at the top of the pagoda, that does not happen anymore. So you can get to a point in this area where it stops being evil. You just have to get out of the prison, which makes sense. Was there a locked door on this side? There's an open door. Oh, here we go again. Alright, a not as safe way down. Baby's on fire. You were bad at your job. You weren't looking behind you. Baby's on fire. Don't think that has the reach. Yep. That's fine. Goodbye. Oh, fuck! What is that? I don't remember that. Maybe that is something we need to get from... Oh, we'll give this side one last check. Oh yeah, because this will, like, jump us right back down to around where the shrine is. If we follow this path. Yeah! I miscalculated the jump. See, much less health lost if I remember to hit the roof. Aww. All right then. Okay. Way to hyper armor through what we were doing, buddy. Begins again. What? Oh, you. Yeah, that. The whole, like, health sapping guard mechanic in this dungeon can screw itself. All of this because I saw that, like, one weird kind of, like, dude hanging out. I'm like, I've never seen that thing before. Now I'm trying to get to it when I could have just... I'm going the wrong way. I will be glad when I never have to come down here again. wondering if the wardens are having everybody's health, not just mine. Because these guys seem to die a bit faster when that's going on as well. If that's the case, then that's not too bad. I have 2 sparks now. Yeah, that's the... Yeah, I know what side that open gate is. That's another way we can take down to the... Stop. Hey! It's a good thing we came down here after all. Who's shooting at me? You deserve this. Alright, perfect. So, in the end, coming down here, good idea. That. Either way, we are now back at the start on the first floor. And finally open your door and see what was going on with you, crazy person. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, we don't need to do this right now.
You've slain one of my captains and helped yourself to break in. 4 loyal captains.
One of your captains?
Now full of bewildered souls. Can you free them from that pain if you truly are the destiny? He posed as my betrayer and tricked us here for a false feast.
Huh.
And I was foolish enough to fall for his trap.
We read about this.
My men suffer because of me. 4 mighty captains. Now mere pawns of Yellowbrow.
One of them's dead. Captain Nonvoid.
My eyes and ears to shield myself from these beguiling chants. I once led my captains against Yellowbrow in pain of the great sage.
Huh.
But I was trapped by the seed sack. A mistake you cannot repeat.
You were trapped by balls?
I once led my captains against, but I was trapped by the seed.
Okay, well, what is this? Ooh. Oh, it's a 2-headed rat.
Full soul today when I chose to depart. Another master plan of Mount Lingshan.
Blow forth flames where ashes laid.
No Guai.
Will you shut up?
Death was his relief.
For days, glory soon shall fade. Transform into a rat guai, slashing at enemies while blowing fierce flames at them, inflicting scorch bane. Ooh, so is this another... There's the enslaved Yaksha. Yes, it is. Each talent level slightly increases score. Wait, these are... What? Each talent slightly reduces the might decay while transformed, so stay transformed longer. Increases might recovery speed. There's might recovery? Each talent slightly increases maximum might. Ooh. Each talent slightly increases the level attack while transformed. Maximum health. And might retained after detransforming. Interesting. You know what? I'll go for raising the attack. Sure, I'll spend on that. I use these a lot. And we'd have to set the spell if we wanted to switch to the new rat guai that we just found. Yeah, coming back down here was super useful. God, you're being... Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Ah. The chest, and this looks like a fight. Oh, it's another one of those bandit chief dudes. Cool. Refined iron sand and much more will. I think it's safe to say we finally have everything that we can get from this side. Well, I'll do one more check of the other side of this gate, and then we can warp out back to the top. Set spells. Let's try this. Light attack, chop wood. Heavy attack, blow fire. Spells R2 plus circle. Release this spell to self-explode, causing area damage and detransforming simultaneously. Nice! So that's basically a finisher. And I believe we have more parts of the armor that we could craft for this thing, don't we? Oh, I'm wearing that. That's good. What about the legs? Yep, nope, we fully crafted it. Good. So I own all pieces of equipment. Good. So let's put this into some weapons. We'll get this one. I'm not going to switch over to it. They have the same attack, but the Punishing Downpour is serving me better than Pillar Stance, which I'm not using very much. But now we at least have it. It's already crafted, though. What? What? Is this like leveling it up or something? I'm very confused. Either way. Didn't seem like it leveled it up. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. No need for any of that. Nothing locked here. No locked door there. No locked door there. Staircase up. Yeah, no more locked doors, so we're done down here. Thank God. First off, let's go and get our health back up. Or get our health upgrade. This right here was reason enough to go back down and get
Where
that
there's
thing.
drink, all is bliss. Without
You have a
it,
new sale. Jade Lotus Gourd recovers a considerable amount of health upon nearby duplication of using this gourd. Okay. And then, oh, he sells an Awakened Wine Worm? And he also sells a Logia Fragrant Vine now? I'll buy both of those. Thunderbolt Horn. Shock resistance. So, yeah, we'll buy that. And you know what?
the highest court is it.
I lack the will for that. I think we're going to leave that alone. But we can now do both of these. So yes, let's
Now you can finally drink
get 7
deep and
flasks.
full.
Wow, it's looking like a really swanky looking flask too. Great drinks.
Good, good.
10-year-old
This
and
truly is the finest mortal brew.
wow, that is getting to be an elegant looking wine cask. And we need one more Awakened Wine Worm to get that. And we need still 2 Logia Vines.
Oh, there's no going back to the court now. Only drink can drown my sorrows.
I was actually quite happy with that. That was a very worthwhile upgrade. And I'll be back for that other drink type. Since this seems kind of more like main pathway, and technically we're out of the prison, so I don't feel like there's a story reason why we can't travel back, we're actually going to go and see what was down that staircase that we bypassed the first time, and maybe even check out the remainder of where we got turned into a bat and see if I missed anything or bosses there. Most importantly, we never have to deal with those freaking jail wardens ever again. And that makes me very happy. Very happy indeed. I did not like having to deal with them. No more health sapping is a good thing. See, this was a fun boss fight, whereas that, like, Captain Neo non-void was... I think I was just frustrated by the time I got to him, so he was a lot more annoying for me than he probably actually is. But that was probably... actually, not probably. It was easily my least favorite fight that I've encountered in this game so far. Like, I pretty much found something to enjoy from every fight, but that Captain Non-Void fight just, oof, did not like. Hey, buddy. Go. Right, we can't actually go through that temple door. I forgot about your actually clever ambush. Guys. Stop. Thank you. Ha! The exploding dodge trick got him. Alright, so it was running around and eventually jumping onto this platform that started that cutscene that turned us into a bat. There are ways. Is that a way? No. Yeah, that's not a way, that's a wall. And that is a will. And that is a do. Another one. Two, so that's 2 flask recharges out of that one. And 786 will. Another dude. Alright. So that was all that was actually up here. Is there anything over here? Just a chest that we had already gotten. And a bat. Cool. May as well. Grab some lotus. What's this? Nah, easy way back up. Good. And then this way that we like doubled back from and didn't bother going. It has a spirit. Again, if you're gonna try and gank me, I will beat you to that punch. Woo! See through all of you. That was badass. Oh, one of you guys. Great. Now, can we go in this temple door? Is this maybe a boss fight? There's a crack from the other side, so that tells me we could probably get there sometime soon. But that's actually it for this area, huh? Oh, except for the chests. So that's it, huh? Okay, cool. I no longer lack the will for that other jug of wine from Shen Monkey. And then I just have that Rat Sage's staff that I can build, and we've pretty much gotten everything we can up to this point.
Dewdrops, honey brew, sheep curd, palm tipple. I drink all there is. You have a sharp sight, young friend.
Oh, so for nearby duplicates. Oh, so if I'm using the Pluck of Many and I use the Jade Lotus Gourd, it'll heal those... It'll heal the clones. Now I get it. That's really cool. It needs 3 Logia Vines, whereas this one needs 2. And it doesn't get upgraded from here. Probably because it's the same as that versus this, which is like a totally different thing.
Remember, young friend, a sip makes one tipsy, many sips make you hammered.
I'll take a sip to that. Cheers. Okay. If we were to go to the equip screen here, because we can go down to brews and... it is still... they're all 10-year-old wines. Weird that the Lamb's Brew isn't there. Wait, this one can include multiple... Can I have multiple soaks on? All of a sudden? If that's the case... When did that happen? That's cool. Wouldn't mind having that back on. Poison reduction. More poison reduction and shock resistance. Oh no, wait, that's damage reduction overall. You know what? Yeah, sure, why not? Put the damage reduction back on with the iron pellets, make it a very tanky bottle of wine. I guess because when you add more Loyoja vines, it becomes bigger so it can hold more soaks. Maybe? I'm not sure how that actually works. One last thing I want to check out before we get back on track, as it were. Had a good scan of most of this area, but now that the dragon has been fought and the temple's no longer in the center of the lake, I want to see if there's anything else on the frozen lake, like maybe a hidden boss fight or something else, because, like, I don't know how big this level is, but if we're looking at totals here, you know, like, there's still 9 regular enemy types. There's 11 like, sub-bosses, and 4 main, like, kings. So there's still 15 bosses in this chapter, plus the character count is 7. So there's a lot that we're not picking up right away. Hi! I framed through you while picking up my Jinchan. The only meditation spot we found was there, and there was how many meditation spots in this place? 4 more to find. God, I hope there wasn't one in the prison that I missed. And we killed all them. What is that? Like, what is going on there? Oh, it's water. Very weird looking. So it's just kind of splashing there. Locked off by an invisible wall. Oh. Nope. Invisible wall, invisible wall, invisible wall, invisible wall. Checking out the borders with invisible walls. I'm wondering where the wall will stop me on the lake, or if it'll let me actually run all the way to the other side. I'm probably gonna split this up. I'm not gonna go into the upper part of the Pagoda Realm and do any progression in this stream. This has just been kind of like backtrackery and experimentation. But I'm glad I did it, because it got us a bunch of spirits, got us some really cool stuff, upgraded our flasks. Invisible wall 2. There are no hidden bosses up there, or items, or anything, because it is a wall. It did let me go all the way to the other side of the frozen lake, though. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, they could have at least had, like, if they're gonna let you go to the other side of the lake, I would at least have hoped that they would have put in, like, a secret cave or a hidden boss, or like a tough enemy that gives a spirit or something. Like, give me some reward for bothering to explore the entirety of your area, game. Like, you haven't given me so many already. Oh, that's cool. Since we're by, like, a shore, you can actually kind of see frozen sand right by all the, like, just right under the ice. That's a cool detail. Okay, we're coming back around now. Can we... Nope. Still invisible walls. Even though we can get up here and we can see this whole field like that. Looks like it could be a great boss fight arena right there. Like, I could totally see an awesome boss fight happening on this arena. It even kind of lets you up on there to give you the illusion or the false hope that there would be something there, but there isn't. Invisible walls. It's really too bad. Actually, I feel like this lake being this empty is, whoa, is a bit of a missed opportunity. Especially given how actually wide it was. Oh! Oh! There is something here! Stranded Long's whiskers, drinks and soaks. Using the gourd moderately extends the duration of the next immobilize spell for a short duration. Ooh, so that if you paired that with the bronze armor and had a good immobilize, that could be pretty devastating. Alright, well, you know what? Now I am satisfied. There wasn't a boss, but we did find a pretty unique item. Neat little soap. And seeing that little turtle container reminded me that I should probably go check in with the dog Yaguai and see if I can build some more celestial medicines. Up my stats! Alright, and we're back. Yes, that turtle container was definitely... It made it all worth it. Even though it might not be something that I will use. I might use that soak if I gain a third soak slot. But other than that, I don't see myself really using that soak very much. But we got something, and that's what mattered. It's over, Bat Pig! I have the high ground! Oh, yeah, so we can still talk to him. He's still there. The Manny Wheel. All right. Well, let's do a little bit more of a lore through, and I think I'm gonna call the stream after we do a little bit of a little bit of reading. So. Because, yeah, we started with 38. Like, we've even run into 2 new Yao Guai types since starting. So the Frozen Corpse was the last one we read. So we have Yaksha Patroller, Yaksha Archer, Starved Abomination, Red-Haired Yaksha, Lantern Warden, and I saw the other one as well. In the mountains high above, a fiend blocks the way, with a hideous visage and a crooked blade in sway. As the wind howls wildly, souls seem to fade. For life's last salvation, be swift and do evade. The Yakshas who migrated from the west had a great fondness for meat. Unfortunately, New Thunderclap Temple did not uphold a strict rule against eating meat. Oh, fortunately, which delighted the Yakshas who sought refuge there. All the Yakshas in the mountains aspired to become patrollers, not only because of the uniquely designed large swords that looked particularly imposing and could fly back to its owner with great precision, but also because patrollers guarded the outer mountains and always had access to fresh meat. One day, the Yakshas gathered together, drinking blood, eating meat, and reveling in the merriment. Their raucous behavior soon became known throughout the temple. The overseeing monks who adhered to ascetic practices and only ate food, not flesh, were displeased. They carried a large pot to the Yakshas, and when the Yakshas peered into the pot, they saw only radishes and greens. Their appetite waned. One Yaksha derided them. "Do you think eating this will help you gain a deeper understanding of Dharma? How shallow." Another added, "Our master said that to achieve ultimate bliss, one should not restrain one's desires." Hearing this, the supervising monk replied, "My desire is to promote virtue. If I cannot persuade you, I too shall be unable to achieve ultimate bliss." Thus both sides argued heatedly, without reaching a conclusion. Alas, eating what one likes and saying what one wants are not inherently wrong. However, one's happiness should not disturb others, and one should never derive pleasure from judging those perceived to have transgressed. In this case, both sides were at fault. What a nice little fable. Yaksha Archers! Oh, we got a colorized one for them. Yeah, they were cool. Except for the one at the corner that kept on knocking me off, that narrow bridge. The bow's stark snap doth kindle fright, the arrow's tip doth chaos incite, blind eyes traded for enlightened heart, fate's ear deaf to a beneficent start. In the past, the Yaksha king was betrayed by the celestial beings, leading to the massacre of his royal family and the downfall of the Yaksha kingdom. After the kingdom's collapse, the Yakshas were forced into exile. The ceremonial archers who once guarded the royal entourage clung to their former glory and refused to shed their ornate armor. Despite their exceptional archery skills, their slow shooting speed and lack of close combat prowess made their exile particularly harsh. Due to their inadequate strength, they resorted to ambushes from the shadows. The abbot assigned them to the Pagoda realm for rigorous training, where they endured daily torment there, especially when the Mani wheel played its beguiling chants, driving everyone mad. During these times, the blade monks would seize the opportunity to behead the archers with their large blades, leaving the Yaksha archers desperate for a way to fight back. They sought guidance from various sources and frequently challenged blade monks, only to be defeated repeatedly. One day, some blind monks came to oversee the Pagoda realm. They had blinded themselves to pursue the path to ultimate bliss, yet their martial arts were incredibly refined. The Yaksha archers asked for their advice, and the monks replied, "Aim too carefully, and you will lose the initiative. Learn from me. Gouge out your eyes, and you will shoot from the heart, never missing your mark." With the only other option available to them being annihilation, the archers adopted this drastic measure, gouging out their eyes. After this, the blade monks rarely targeted them. When asked why, a blade monk replied, "Who would want to go up against a madman? It's safer to just find another opponent." Ah! Starved Abomination. I'm not sure if we were running into these guys in the Pagoda Realm or on the mountain. Abominations do roam the frosty chilling path, with swollen rumbling bellies, necks adorned in wrath. They spread their malice freely, cunning and so sly, a fearsome presence to behold, loathsome to the eye. He's grabbing his crotch. In the past, at the foot of the New West, there was a village called Changwang. In this village lived a young man who had pledged his life to a childhood sweetheart, giving her a white jade pendant as a token of their love, and vowing to propose once he had become successful. The young man was a peddler, making a living by trading grain in the surrounding areas. One day a luxurious ferry sailed down the river near the village, more splendid than anything the villagers had ever seen. At the bow stood a plump monk in a yellow robe, radiating golden light. The villagers believed he must have been enlightened. After the arrival of that ferry, the temple in the mountains grew larger and larger, and the young man's grain trade flourished. One day, the young man went to trade grain and did not return for over a month. The girl, worried, inquired about the temple's location and went there to find him. When the young man finally returned to the village, they missed each other, and the girl disappeared. The young man gathered some brave villagers to search for her in the nearby mountains, but they found no trace of her, but came across a towering pagoda by the riverbank. The young man led them there to rest. As they approached the pagoda, the doors opened suddenly. Curious, someone peered inside and screamed. Beyond the door was a dungeon extending deep underground, seemingly holding many people. The villagers, filled with righteous anger, stormed into the pagoda, and after a few steps they heard a loud bang, and the door vanished. Strange-looking Yaoguais with scythes and huge bellies emerged from the prison, laughing wickedly. One of them threw a bag of silver to the young man, and eagerly leapt forward, swinging his scythe and cutting the nearest villagers to pieces. Realizing they had been deceived by the young man, the villagers fled deeper into the prison. The young man watched them and murmured, "Having lost my love, I cannot afford to lose my wealth." Red-haired Yaksha. Oh, another colorized one. With sword in hand, their foe's chest pierced, blood-soaked hair in battle fierce, endless sorrow for a fallen land, east wind sighs and west wind stands. In the kingdom of Yaksha, there were 8 great generals, one of whom was named Miyan. He had once practiced under the Golden Summit Immortal at the Yuzhen Temple, located at the foot of Mount Lingshan. Having fought countless battles, he possessed the valor of a warrior who could face 10,000 enemies. When a formidable enemy attacked the Yaksha king, appointed Mihan as the vanguard general. Miyan set up a large camp at the border and addressed his soldiers. "If any of you fear battle, walk away now, and I won't hold it against you. But know that if we lose this foothold, the kingdom will fall. Our elders, children, and our wealth will all become property of our enemies." With these words, he and the entire army swore a blood oath to advance and never retreat. The Yaksha army, isolated and outnumbered, faced an enemy surrounding them on all sides, their banners blotting out the sky. Wave after wave of enemy forces attacked relentlessly. Miyan and his troops fought fiercely, suffering heavy casualties. Ultimately, Miyan was surrounded by numerous Arhats and was beheaded. The soldiers, countless among them having sacrificed their lives, retrieved their general's head. Placing Miyan's head on his coffin, they witnessed his body slowly sit up and lament. "If we lose our homeland, what difference does it make whether I have a head or not?" With these words, he closed his eyes and fell back down, finally passing away, as blood gushed from his neck, staining his hair red. Later, his subordinates, in a display of loyalty and bravery, poured the blood of their enemies over their heads, emulating Miyan. Despite their valor, the kingdom of Yaksha was ultimately destroyed, and not a single soldier from Mion's army deserted. Epic. So how many are left? 3. The Lantern Warden, the Enslaved Yaksha, and the Falcon Fan Maker. Yeah, we will read these out, and then we will call the stream here. So, Lantern Warden. Those evil bastards. Ancient temple trees reach high. In dungeon shadows life's threads lie. In darkness light appears, most vivid at the abyss near. The ancient temple on the mountain peak, weathered by passage of time, had gradually fallen into disrepair. When the abbot returned after many years and saw the temple in such a state of ruin, he was filled with sorrow. Determined to restore the temple to its former glory, he spent a large amount of gold and silver to fund its reconstruction. Typo there. Hoping to showcase his path to the ultimate bliss. The abbot selected a towering forest in the mountains, intending to use the ancient trees as the beams for the new temple. The craftsmen responsible for the timbers set up their shelters at the edge of the forest and began felling trees according to the abbot's instructions. Everything proceeded smoothly within half a year. All the necessary timber was prepared. The craftsmen received their wages and packed up, ready to descend the mountain the next day. That night, a craftsman on night watch was patrolling the area carrying a lantern. Suddenly, rustling sounds from the forest set his nerves on edge. Terrified, he woke everyone up with their lanterns lit and axes in hand. The craftsmen treaded to the forest to locate the source of the sound. As they ventured deeper into the forest, someone let out a scream and was abruptly dragged into the darkness, his hit points halved, along with his lantern by an unknown force. Then, one by one, despite their attempts to hide and flee, all the craftsmen were dragged away. One clever craftsman quickly extinguished his lantern. Trembling with fear, he groped his way through the forest. Fortunately, a faint light appeared in the distance. The sun was about to rise. With this faint light, he found his way back and hurried towards the shelters. As he reached the edge of the forest, the sunlight suddenly became blindingly bright, filling his eyes with white glare. Enduring the pain, he looked closer and realized the light was not from the rising sun, but his companions' lanterns. These lanterns were held up by vines that had replaced his companions' heads, propping up their corpses. A chubby boy with a pale face, dressed in a yellow robe, rode a tall four-legged beast, whose head emitted strange sounds. Just as the craftsman was about to plead for mercy, he felt a chill on his back. Then he felt himself being lifted higher and higher until he was level with the lanterns. The chubby child patted the beast's head. The sound ceased. The lanterns went out, and the night returned to its eerie stillness. The chubby boy laughed and said, "Good materials should be used to their fullest." Creepy. Enslaved Yaksha. O true kindness, how pure and bright, yet karma binds in debt of blight. With halberd in hand, I fear their gaze. From humble roots, my sorrow stays. In the northwest borderlands of the kingdom of Yotuo, there was a small village with an elderly couple, where an elderly couple had been childless for many years. One day, the old man went into the mountains to chop wood and discovered a young child under an ancient tree. The child's skin was dark and his appearance frightening, quite different from the village children. Seeing his frail limbs and body covered in scars, the old man assumed he was a refugee and brought him home. The old woman also found the child unusual and initially wanted to send him away. However, after washing, dressing, and feeding him, she couldn't help but feel some affection for him. After some discussion, the couple decided to keep him. At first, the couple treated the child very well, but within half a year, due to his strange appearance, the villagers began to gossip, calling him an ugly slave. The old couple, feeling ashamed, also started to treat him less kindly, and even called him the same way as the villagers did. Within 2 years, his skin turned a dark green, and the couple made him wear thick clothes to cover his entire body, forbidding him to take them off, even in the scorching heat. Hence why the one we ran into was probably complaining about how itchy he was. 3 years later, the ugly slave grew more robust, and horns began to sprout from his head. The old man, increasingly fearful, confined him to the woodshed. Whenever he was angry, he would enter and whip the child, sometimes even using a hatchet to cut off his horns, leaving him covered in blood. The old woman, disgusted by the sight, blamed everything on the child. She would beat him when upset, and even burn him with fire when she felt ashamed. The ugly slave endured this torment in the woodshed for another 5 years. One day, a group of wandering yakshas passed by and heard the curses in the yaksha tongue coming from the woodshed. They broke in and found their tormented kin. They gave the ugly slave a long halberd, and in his fury he stormed into the house and repaid the old couple for all they had done to him. Years later, the ugly slave's resentment still simmers, and only by tormenting his prey can he find any semblance of joy. And finally, the Falcon Fan Maker that we found one of at the top of this pagoda. Oh, another colorized image. The swan soars high, its plumage lush and grand. The sparrow flits low, with feathers light and bland. The noble cherish wings, not swayed by gain or loss. The wise foresee afar, their strength endures across. Feathered birds are masters of riding the wind. Among them, gyrfalcons living on the snowy peaks are particularly skilled in crafting magical items that control frigid gales. They use their down feathers to create fans, which are highly prized by the wind-making mother deity and cloud-making boy deity. According to their clan rules, every gyrfalcon must learn the art of crafting these vessels. Those who refuse are stripped of their titles and exiled from the clan. To encourage innovation, the clan holds an annual competition where the quality of the vessels produced determines one's status within the clan. One gyrfalcon, whose ancestors were all commoners, dreamt of creating a treasure fan to elevate his status to nobility. He spared no feathers to enhance the power of his vessel. After much hardships, he finally crafted a fan and won the competition, becoming the clan leader. However, he plucked all his feathers and could no longer fly, eventually resorting to wearing clothes to cover his baldness. On the day of his succession, the celestial crane immortal, head of the feathered tribe in the upper realm, came to bestow a celestial registry tablet upon him. Proud of his fan, the new leader boasted to the crane immortal. The crane immortal then lent him the platinum fan, saying, "This is a failed creation of Lord Lao. Since you also make fans, I gift it to you." After the crane immortal left, the clan leader tried the fan and was immediately disheartened by its immense power. He no longer wanted his clan members to use their feathers to make fans. He led his followers away from the snowy peaks to search for plantain leaves. Eventually, they found some near the New West, and imitating the crane immortal's method, created many replicas and regained his ability to fly. And now we are caught up. So, just remembered one last thing I want to do. And that is go check for pills. Because I have been to many places, and I have seen so many faces. So many faces. But nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to that dog Yaoguai's red, blue, yellow, and purple pills.
Self-refinement is the way to make golden pills.
What do you have for sale? Oh, okay.
Say you, brave one.
Yeah, I will take that.
Seek from within to ascend. Seek from without to craft. Thou shalt have pills.
Nice. I want more mana. I will just, yeah. Let's go for that.
Young, 5 elements emerge. Each nature inherits its unique creation. Each form embodies a universe.
Ooh, nice. Yes. What does that one do? Defense. We can get that. That was the stamina recovery rate. And then these are resistances. You know what? Let's put our defense up by 1.
Seek from within to ascend. Seek from without to craft pills. All things can be my material, yet I choose the rarest few.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind more of those. Still can't make the anti-venom ones, though. Probably should get some frost quelling powder. We don't have any of those, so I'll build some of those. Don't have any of those. We don't have any of these. Yeah, I think that's good. Evil repelling, shock quelling. Let's replace that for now with the frost. Actually, no, because if we find another dragon. I like having the homeward bone on there, so you know what? Yeah, let's replace the shock ones with the frost ones for now. I wonder, if we go back down to the Yellow Sage's boss arena, is there anything there? Maybe? I don't think there will be. Yep, there wasn't. Alright, so I think we're going to call this one here. I'm going to take a quick break, grab a bite to eat, get some stuff done, and then, since it is Friday, we are going to reconvene a little bit later on with our Final Fantasy Friday streams, continuing on with first Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then the original, if there is time, because there's a lot to cover where we're at in FF7R, so be sure to join us for that. Probably actually going to try and do some Cyberpunk tomorrow, because it's been a while and I really do want to keep that going, but I am going to continue on with more Wukong. Actually, you know what? I feel more like playing this than Final Fantasy today, so we might do Final Fantasy, but I'm pushing to continue on and finish this and explore more, because it's just relevant, awesome, and I'm having an absolute blast with it, and excited to get to the new area inside this Manny wheel. So we'll be back soon for that. Be sure to join us, and we'll see you then. Awesome. We'll see you soon, Mr. Drew, if you can. Take care.